The human brain doesn't recharge by shutting down, it revitalizes by shifting gears. Imagine your prefrontal cortex, the seat of complex thought, isn't a battery that depletes to zero, but a muscle that strengthens with varied movement, demanding a dynamic, active recovery to reach its full sustained potential. You're about to understand the precise neurological dance occurring within your skull during moments of what you might call unproductive downtime, and how to harness this intricate process to eliminate decision fatigue, supercharge your cognitive output, and tap into a sustained flow state you've only dreamed of. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter with your brain's intrinsic operating system. Our brains, specifically the prefrontal cortex, excel at deep, focused work, solving complex problems and making critical decisions. But this intensive mental labor consumes a remarkable amount of neural energy. Research by Michael Posner and Marcus Reichel in the early 2000s illuminated the brain's attention networks, demonstrating how distinct neural circuits engage and disengage depending on task demands. When you're deep into an analytical project, your brain funnels resources to specific pathways, creating an incredibly efficient yet metabolically demanding hotspot of activity. This sustained high-demand state leads to a phenomenon known as ego depletion, or more specifically for our purposes, decision fatigue. Think of it like this: if you're lifting heavy weights for an hour, your bicep muscle isn't going to recover by just dropping the weight and standing there, completely still. It needs active recovery, light movement, increased blood flow, a different kind of stimulation to flush out metabolic byproducts and prepare for the next set. Your brain is no different. When you switch from a highly demanding task, say writing a complex report or designing a nuanced system, to a completely different, low-intensity activity like tidying your workspace, watering plants, or even sketching a simple diagram, you aren't just taking a break. You're initiating a sophisticated neural reset. This isn't idleness. It's a strategic deployment of your brain's default mode network and other diffuse attentional systems. These networks engage in spontaneous thought, memory consolidation, and future planning, but crucially, they allow your prefrontal cortex to recuperate without disengaging entirely from cognitive activity. The core revelation here is that complete mental shutdown is often less effective for recovery than a targeted change of mental scenery. This shift isn't just resting one part of the brain, it's actively optimizing the next cycle of performance. And this optimization drastically transforms your actual work performance. Imagine two scenarios. In the first, you're an engineer, staring at a complex schematic for 4 straight hours, trying to debug an intricate circuit. You push through the mental fog, your decision-making slows, and simple errors start to creep in. By the end of the 4 hours, you're utterly drained, and the quality of your work has visibly declined. Now, consider the second scenario. The same engineer works on the schematic for 90 minutes, then spends 10 minutes organizing their digital files, a low-intensity task that still requires light cognitive engagement, but in a completely different domain. After this brief active shift, they return to the schematic, feeling remarkably refreshed, their ability to spot subtle flaws and connect disparate parts of the circuit significantly enhanced. This isn't anecdotal, it's documented. A seminal study conducted by Alejandro Uras and colleagues in 2009 at the University of Illinois demonstrated that brief diversions from a primary task can dramatically improve performance on that task over extended periods. Participants who were allowed to switch to a different, less demanding activity for a short period during a sustained vigilance task actually performed better than those who took a passive break or those who continued without interruption. The research showed that even minimal engagement in an unrelated activity helped to restore attentional resources, combating the decline typically observed during prolonged focus. This means those seemingly simple, non-work-related tasks are not distractions. They are neural lubricants, actively preventing the grinding gears of cognitive fatigue. Think of the executive who masters 5 major decisions in the morning, taking strategic 7-minute active breaks between each, compared to the one who battles through all 5 without a pause, losing clarity with every subsequent choice. The active recovery model ensures a consistent high-fidelity output rather than a decaying curve of effectiveness. Are you currently pushing through until the very edge of mental exhaustion? Now, how do you integrate this elite science into your daily routine? Here are 3 brain-based techniques you can implement today. First, embrace the 7-minute cognitive shift. After approximately 90 to 120 minutes of deep, focused work, your brain needs a shift. Instead of checking social media, which often involves high-intensity, emotionally charged processing, choose a genuinely low-intensity, unrelated task. This could be emptying the dishwasher, organizing one small drawer, or even spending 7 minutes playing a simple, non-competitive puzzle game. The specific method is to consciously pick an activity that requires minimal decision-making and zero emotional investment. The expected brain response is a gentle activation of different neural pathways, allowing your prefrontal cortex to release its intense grip on the previous task. The result? You return to your primary work feeling a noticeable surge of clarity and renewed focus. Second, integrate the sensory reset walk. Instead of a coffee break where you might mentally review your to-do list, take a short walk, 5 to 10 minutes, with a deliberate focus on your external environment. Feel the air. Notice the textures of surfaces. Listen to the sounds around you. This isn't about intense exercise. It's about engaging your senses in a way that pulls you out of abstract thought and into the present moment. Your brain loves novelty and sensory input. This shifts your dominant brain activity from internal monologue and problem solving to external sensory processing, giving the highly active internal executive functions a much-needed pause. The specific method: leave your phone behind, even for just 5 minutes. The expected brain response is a reduction in default mode network overactivity and an engagement of sensory cortices, providing a true cognitive palate cleanser. This prevents the carryover of mental rumination, helping you achieve a cleaner start on your next task. Third, implement the Decision Light Data Download. After an intense block of work that involved heavy analysis or critical decision-making, engage in a task that involves low-stakes organization or simple information processing. For instance, organizing your desktop icons, renaming files, sorting emails, or updating a non-critical spreadsheet. The specific method is to tackle these tasks immediately after your high-intensity work, ensuring they are simple, procedural, and require minimal novel decision-making. The expected brain response is a continued but much lower intensity engagement of executive functions, allowing for a gentle winding down. This isn't just tidying up, it's a way for your brain to continue feeling productive without incurring further fatigue, a gradual release rather than an abrupt stop, which can often leave you feeling mentally stranded. It's about leveraging your brain's natural desire for order without overwhelming it. Imagine the satisfaction of knowing your brain is not just resting, but actively processing and preparing. This isn't just about managing your time, it's about understanding and partnering with the complex, magnificent biological machine that is your brain. You are no longer someone who simply pushes through exhaustion, battling against an unseen enemy of fatigue. You are now an architect of your own cognitive landscape, a master of your internal rhythms, someone who actively designs their day to optimize for peak performance, not just sporadic bursts of effort. You are someone who truly understands that the path to sustained brilliance lies not in relentless grinding, but in intelligently orchestrated recovery. So, go forth, calibrate your mental shifts, refine your sensory engagement, and command your cognitive cycles. The next step in this profound journey of brain optimization awaits, revealing even deeper layers of how your gray matter can be honed for truly extraordinary output.